In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get 5,000 leads of pastors in the next 5 months. I'm going to teach you the exact 3-step process we will use with clients over the next 5 months to do this, and exactly how you can do it inside of your organization. Stay tuned to the end because I'm going to share exactly the biggest thing you want to not overlook while you're doing this and one of the biggest challenges that you'll face. Let's dive in. First, what is the framework that undercuts all things lead gen in the Christian world? I think it's one thing, and it's trust. Can you build trust with someone? And how do you build trust with someone? Especially with pastors, if that's who you want to reach, pastors have to trust you before they're willing to speak up for you to their board. They have to believe that you are the solution. So, how do you do that? I teach that it's best to give before you receive. And maybe this is a universal principle, but this is what I've found. How do we do that? We've got this 3-step process called the CTA framework. And I'll teach it in this video really quick. Step 1 is create. And I got this premise from Mr. Beast where you don't just want to create a free resource that you can give someone and they'll give you their contact info in exchange for that resource, which is called the lead magnet. What you want is you want to create what I call a 10 out of 10 lead magnet. And that's the language that I stole from Mr. Beast. Because Mr. Beast's team, for those of you that don't know, Mr. Beast is the world's largest YouTuber. He is the best person on planet Earth at going viral. What we learned and what his team learned is that if they don't have a video title, video thumbnail, and video idea that's a 10 out of 10, they will not make the YouTube video. And 10 out of 10 is on a quality scale. And the reason that they won't make the video is because if the video doesn't go viral for them, it's not worth making. And I found the same thing to be true when it comes to growing your organization, especially with pastors. Your free resource, your carrot on the end of your stick that you're marketing out into the world has to be a 10 out of 10. Otherwise, pastors aren't going to move on it. And your cost per lead will go from $1 cost per lead to $10 cost per lead. And all of a sudden, the funnel math doesn't make sense anymore. So that's how you reach 5,000 pastors in the next 5 months, is you've got to create a 10 out of 10 lead magnet. Now, how do you know it's a 10 out of 10? First, you take your best guess in the create phase of the CTA framework. So you create what you think is a 10 out of 10. And how you do that is you look at your past content or your competitors, and you look for symptoms and signs of virality. The post that got 20 likes instead of your usual 2. The video that got a ton of shares instead of 0 shares. The video that maybe it got viral and got 10,000 views on YouTube randomly. That is past hints at virality. And what that means is that same promise that took it viral can also take your lead magnet viral. So once you've identified that, if you're trying to reach pastors specifically, I like to teach you talk about preaching, you talk about church growth, you talk about church finances, or you talk about church people. One of those 4 things, always a good move when you're talking about pastors. So you create that lead magnet, then you test it, and you test it until it gets a 40% conversion rate on the landing page. Or if you do Facebook lead forms, the cost per lead is less than $2.50. I like to shoot for less than $1. It is possible. I have 2 clients who we just started their ads in the last couple of weeks, and they are getting less than $1 per lead. It's crazy. It's awesome. And they're reaching pastors. So for less than $1 per lead, which is awesome. So you test it, and that's the C and the T. So what's A? Once you've tested the lead magnet and you know its cost per lead is low and the conversion rate is high, you amplify. And that's the A in the CTA framework, is you amplify. And you amplify every way that you can. You post about it on Facebook, you host a webinar about it, you talk about it on your podcast, you go on other people's podcasts to talk about it, you post about it on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever else. All of it, you want to talk about your lead magnet. You put it in the link in your bio, all the things. But the most powerful way is you run ads. And the reason I say that is because of all of my clients, the ones that are getting momentum, of all 23 of them, the ones that are getting momentum are running a Facebook ad to a lead magnet. That is the best way that they've been able to do this. So how do you amplify? What does that look like? How do you run ads? Unfortunately, I cannot teach you that in this video. Ads is an art that takes a long time to learn. But what I will tell you is that it is possible to learn. And inside of our school community, which will be linked down below, I have a few videos that teach exactly how to do that. It's inside the CTA framework course. You'll find it if you click the school group, join, and then click the classroom tab. You'll find the CTA framework course. But what I really want to invite you to do is this challenge that me and my team are doing for the next little foreseeable future. And it's, I want to run your ads for you. Our team will run your ads for you. And we will get you 5,000 pastor leads in the next 5 months, or we'll give you a refund. That's the deal. So you can spend the next 5 months learning how to run Facebook ads, run them inefficiently, and end up losing $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 on inefficient ads. Or you can hire a team that's already doing this for brands like Carey Nieuwhof, The Ascent Leader, Leadership Pathway, House Right, a bunch of others. You can learn from us and just let us run them for you. So which one are you going to choose? If you'd like to have a conversation with our team about the 5,000 leads in 5 months challenge, go ahead and just click the link in the top of the description and book a time with our team. We'll have a quick 15-minute call. We'll get to know you, get to know your business or your nonprofit or your church if you want to deploy this strategy into reaching your community. We'll have that conversation. We'll get to know you and we'll decide if you're a fit or not for the program. Go ahead and click the link down below. We'd love to have you. And I'm excited to show you exactly how to get 5,000 leads in the next 5 months. Oh, I promised the pitfalls. Okay, what's the pitfall? The pitfall is going to be running ads to link clicks or landing page views or anywhere in the funnel above the lead capture. If you don't get the lead capture, you end up burning all of your money, because what Facebook will do is it will send junk traffic to your ads. So if you've ever hired somebody that ran link clicks ads for you, it was probably junk traffic. And that's awful. That's dangerous. And that's not what I would recommend. If you have a book on Amazon, that's the only option you have. You do run them for that. But if you want great lead magnet ads, great conversions, and to reach 5,000 pastors in the next 5 months, you need to optimize for conversions or lower. That's what you got to do. All right. Click the link down below, book a call with our team. We would love to have that conversation with you. And yeah, we're excited to help you move things forwards. All right. Talk to you soon.